Okay guys, a little bit later on, we decided to take a drive up to Orange Blossom Park, a little east of Oakdale, 500-foot elevation more or less, coming a little bit out of the valley, towards the hills that go up towards Mariposa, towards Yosemite, but we're not that far up. We're only at maybe about 45 minutes out of Stockton. But anyway, this is just some of the little areas that are like, I think are being used as blinds. I was here last May and I took some video in here with my other hiking partner, and her and I spent the whole day wandering around just seeing if we could see some habitat. And we saw a lot of areas that look like nesting spots for bipedal activity. But today we're just doing a little winter walk through here to see what we can see. Me and Arturo. That's interesting right over there. A little creepy. These areas in the valley are a little creepy when you're close to the wetlands and rivers and stuff, marshy areas, because it really, you'd think they're not teeming with life, but they really are. You know, everything's so bare bones. All the trees have lost their leaves, and all the branches look like they're just dead and dry. All the brambles, they look really eerie. Across that way, I think that's private property over there, but that's the Stanislaus River right here. I think it's a private property island over there. I'm not sure. This trail here goes up about almost a mile. We're going to walk along here a little ways. This is Orange Blossom Park. There's a fallen tree. Just basically broke loose from the bluffs. Got a lot of berry bushes and poison oak over there. And there's brambles. Not even worth walking anywhere in that thicket area. This is an area where sometimes the woods get caught up in these trees that are, you would consider this like a flood area, where the river gets a little higher with heavy snow melt, because it doesn't snow here, but the snow's further up in the Sierras. But there's heavy rainfall years, that water will be up just about here to the edge of the bluff. But it won't flood out the valley or anything like that. So these are like more of the overflow, the stream overflows. That's where the wetlands are, where nice little nests can be made for whatever little critters that be running through around here, muskrats or whatever. It's a nice little leisurely walk along the creek. We thought we'd spend about an hour here and then head back before we go back home. This is a day I dedicated to getting out and doing some little research in familiar areas. Too far to drive, 2 hours to get up into the mountains, and probably too much snow past 5,000 feet, so we decided to stay in the valley, and a little farther drive to go into the coastal hills. So we stayed out here along the valley corridors. This river is nice and full. It looks good. Snow hasn't really melted, but we had so much snowfall last year and the year before that the river stayed full all summer long. Look at that. Parallel stuck right in the tree right there. Interesting. I think probably that might have got carried there by rising waters. I'm not sure, but it does catch your eye, that's for sure. Look at the parallel over here, Art. See how the tree branch got stuck in that tree there? That's a big hefty branch. That's a big limb. Yeah, I was over here last May. Another friend. It was a nice spring day. Blossoms everywhere. Birds chirping, tweeting. It was in the mid to upper 70s. It's just a beautiful afternoon. That was like 7-8 months ago. Like this broke loose, this walkway. One must watch what they walk. Got crab apples growing on that tree at one time. Watch your footing, brother. Watch your footing. You can see, look at the ripples coming over that really easy, leisurely rapids. It'd be fun to go through there in a kayak. There's private property over there. The guy's got his house. And so he's got a big chimney he's building over there. It's a fire pit area. And cottonwood trees. Fallen over a long time ago. Doesn't that water look so inviting right there? I mean, to go in a kayak. I mean, I don't mean swimming. Those are valley hemlocks over there, those hemlock trees. And they've got these really interesting trees that grow over here, and I think they're kind of an elm there. And they look like they got nests in them, but the leaves never completely fall off in these little clusters in the top. They grow about 40-50 feet tall. They're all over the valley. That takes you up to the street right there. Somebody lost their purse. Let me see if I can see anything over there. Last time I was here, some friends of mine were telling me, oh, you can see all kinds of stuff. You can see the little entities standing there looking over at you. I still don't know what they were looking at, but I don't see anything.
Water looks awesome when you're kayaking.
Huh?
Looks awesome out here to go kayaking.
Yeah, you have to fight your way up and down the river here. But I don't see anything over there at all. Maybe when the trees are full of foliage, maybe you can see them hiding back there, but I doubt it. This is just too of an open area, too visible. They don't have any cover at all. I just walking through here because it's a nice walk to see the river so full. I was really surprised to see that little shelter that was built a little earlier when we were a little lower down in the Stanislaus. It was really amazing. This almost looks like a shelter here, but it's not. But that was just amazing. That definitely was a shelter. That was woven branches together. It's a perfect hiding place for a family of, for a group of Squatch. See the road right up top there. They allow you to fish here too. It says fishing, tackle only, artificial lures with barbless hooks may be used. Do not bait, no bait including scented or flavored artificial baits. Bag, possession, light to hatchery. So I guess you can tag them and catch and release, or you can keep them, but they really want you to fish as natural as possible. They could use worms and barbless hooks. And you could use lures too, but no scented lures. Big storm drainage right here. I don't think this has been flooded for many, many years. Coming through here. If I'm not mistaken, these are all cottonwood trees here along the side. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember seeing a couple of little shelters further up the road, hiking up here, maybe about another couple blocks up. That's where I'm going to go and see if they're still there. The last time I was here, but not seeing much of anything today. Just little thickets and stuff. I don't want to get caught up down there in Brambleville. There's a couple of little game trails that go off into the brush a little bit deeper. Let's see if they're still there. See if they're still accessible. Yeah, it'd be crazy to go down there right now. So full of berry patches and stuff. Looks like a great place to hide though. For deer. For whatever wildlife in here. Muskrats. Bipedals. I don't know. I just don't know what to think about that here. Ah, it's crazy. That looks like a little nest over here. Right there. Almost looks like a nest there. But it's too far off. Too hard to get to. Really too hard to get down in there. You'd be sinking down. Any kind of weight, you'd be sinking right down to the bottom. Probably a little bit swampy in there. Yeah, big tall cottonwood trees up there, man. Beautiful. Want to walk over to the bluff here?
Yeah.
Watch the poison oak. We got berry bushes too. Thickets and more thickets. Hey, watch your foot. Right. Hey. Huh, some of these little fan palm, little wax palm growing over here. That's interesting. Somebody must have planted that. I don't think that's natural for the area. Palms will grow naturally in California, but not that type of palm. Looks like a fan palm somebody planted. That looks like another little nest area there. It's definitely not a Washingtonian. Could be, but I don't think so. They look like just wax palms. Because Washingtonian palms will grow wild in California, in the middle of fields every which direction. Interesting little thicket area here. See, I'll walk over here a little bit. This might have just grown naturally. Interesting. Very interesting. We have a couple of them growing here. See if I can fan in over there across the river. See if I can see anything panning very slowly. Any kind of structure, any kind of movement, any kind of timestamps that could be seen in here. If there's any place to hide, that would be a place to go, because that's all private property over there. It goes up into like a little forest, a little hardwood forest up there, right above that ridge. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back in here. Yeah, very interesting. Let me go this way here. Another fan palm. Watch your step, buddy. Watch your step. Almost need a walking stick in here. Turned over trees here. Anybody fishing in here would have to watch getting the snagged on these root systems and stuff. Road right above, right there. Stanislaus River flowing down that way from the mountain, from the Sierras, about another 60 miles to the east of us. We're definitely in lowland. Interesting, huh? Like a little habitat area here, but I don't see any real nests, so to speak. No, nothing really profound. Nests, you know, nothing obvious like what we saw earlier.
Yeah, nothing obvious.
That was remarkable. I was not expecting that. You hear the birds in the distance? Wow. Pan back out again. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on pause until I get to the other side, get back on the So we made our way out of that little thicket area, got across from over the other side there, and back on the trail here. And let's go walk a little further down, maybe another quarter mile, and then come back. Seems like everything is just dead and everything's just sleeping dormant, but there's still a lot of life moving around in these little green belts in the valley here. Looks like a big X right there. Not big, but it looks symmetrical to me. Yeah, it looks symmetrical to me. Absolutely. Habitat. Purposeful, I'm not sure, but I'm looking at it as habitat. See? Yep. A purposeful X. This phone really takes good pictures. I'm impressed. Yeah, they got them wild. I guess these palm trees are just growing wild here. They're natural. Look like fan palms to me, like palmettos. Interesting. I always thought they would be a little too cold in the winter, but they survive just fine. Little palmettos. Cool. There's a little ground glyph right there. Sucker vine growing right up against the branch, just right against that cottonwood tree. Fishing might be pretty good from these kind of banks right here. If you get far enough out, you cast out, you catch yourself some good, I don't know, I was thinking maybe some bass, trout. I don't know about catfish, maybe. Bottom feeders. I don't think the salmon come this far upstream. They may, but I kind of doubt it. They usually head north towards the American River and up the Sacramento River, up towards the Siskiyou Mountains, up towards Redding. But to find them this far east, going straight into the Sierras from the Stanislaus, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody might be able to correct me on that. But anyway, so you see more little shelters on those embankments. Nice place for little nests and stuff. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this video to an end right here as we make our way a little further up the road and then turn around and head back. Thank you for joining me today for this little trek in January 2020, 7th of January 2020, Orange Blossom Park, Oakdale, California.